What's a guy gotta do to get something to eat around here? I'm starving to death.
Here you go, sir.
God, it's about time.
Hey everyone, it's Molly. Today we're making potato donuts, so let's get started. Okay, the first thing you want to do is you want to mix together your potatoes, and this is just plain mashed potato with nothing in it. Your sugar, your egg, a little bit of vanilla, and the recipe will be down below in the description box for you guys, so you'll have that. And then I've got my water, my evaporated milk in there. I had to melt my shortening, so it's in the microwave. So I'm gonna start mixing this, and then once this is mixed, we'll add the melted shortening. Okay, so I am adding the melted shortening. There it is. Mix it up a little bit more. Okay, we're leaving the potato mixture aside. So now we're just going to sift 1 cup of flour with the nutmeg, the salt, and the baking powder. And the thing about this recipe is it tells you to do this with 1 cup of flour, but then later on you just add more flour to make a sufficient dough. So you will need a different amount of flour than what I will need. And I'm not even gonna measure it. I'm just going to add flour until it makes a soft dough. So let's get this combined with the potato mixture. Okay, I'm just going to add my flour mixture to the potatoes. And let's get that mixed, and then we'll start adding flour in until we get a soft dough. Don't forget to scrape while you're at it. All right, I'm switching to my dough hook because this is kind of struggling. And my hands are clean, so sometimes the easiest way to clean the paddle off is with your finger. So it's taking quite a bit of flour. I've added probably 3 cups already. I think I'll have to add a little bit more to get to a soft dough. It's my paddle attachment. You could do this by hand too. You don't have to use a mixer. Okay, I think I've reached the consistency of a soft dough because it started pulling away from the sides of the mixer. It's still sticky, but we're gonna roll it out and I'll add more flour to it, and then we'll get it to its workable dough. So we'll be frying these. So I have vegetable oil in a pot that I'm heating up, and I think you want to heat it to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's get this rolled out and let's get our donuts formed. Ugh. Maybe I need more flour. Okay, so I have my dough on a really well floured surface, and I'm just going to sprinkle some more flour on it. And we want to roll this to about 1/4 inch thick. And it says it makes a lot of donuts, so I mean, it depends on what your cutter is. I have a classic donut cutter that I stole from my sister. Borrowed. Whatever. So I'm not sure how many donuts I'll get out of this. I'm not measuring the thickness with a ruler. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Okay. Okay, my dough is rolled out. I'm going to flour my cutter, and I'm just gonna start cutting donuts. I need to take the temperature of my oil. Whoops. And when my oil is, like I said, so I was wrong about the temperature of the oil. It needs to be 365 degrees Fahrenheit. So let me measure the temperature of my oil. So my oil is hot enough, so I'm gonna start putting my donuts in. And you don't want to crowd the oil. If you put too many in, it'll drop the temperature. So we just cook these until they're golden brown. So just a couple minutes. You might have to flip them. And I'm gonna do the rings first, and then I'll do the whole separate. And If you have leftover dough, you can just fry that too. So don't let it go to waste. And I've got a cookie sheet back here lined with paper towels that I'm going to drain these on. Let me show you what they look like. See, I've already turned a couple. So just until they're golden brown, and then we'll drain them over here. So I will see you guys when these are all fried up. Okay, so I have cinnamon sugar in this pie tin, and I have a paper bag full of powdered sugar, and I'm just going to do a little bit of both. You could top these with whatever you want. If you want to make an icing, go ahead. And I'm just going to drop these on a platter. They smell really good, so I'm very excited to try these. I think Dan will go for the powdered sugar ones. Smells like a donut shop in here, which is definitely a good thing. I should have made a little bit of icing to top these with, but you know, I'm a little bit lazy. So I think this is going to be good enough. And you can fry these in whatever kind of oil you want. I just use vegetable oil because that's what I had on hand. But you could use Crisco or canola. Just use whatever oil you want, as long as it's not a strong flavored oil. Unless you are into that. I've got Dan with me.
Well, apparently you made donuts.
I did. I made donuts, and we have cinnamon sugar and powdered, and these are potato donuts.
Okay.
So
you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
I like how we both reach for the little one and the ball at the same time.
It's not as much as a commitment as the ring.
Tastes like a donut.
They taste like a donut.
But they don't taste as grease like as oily.
Yeah. They are really good. I think I might have overmixed. They're a little chewy. I think I either added too much flour or overmixed the dough and increased the the gluten in there. So maybe don't mix it as much as I did. Just keep an eye on it. Maybe make sure you don't add too much flour. It's kind of frustrating that the recipe doesn't say how much to add. You have to use your own judgment. So, but other than that, they have a really great flavor. The donut itself is rather plain, but I think that really highlights the toppings. So make sure you top these with your favorite toppings. But icing would be really good on these too. I see you like this.
No.
These are still a little warm. Yeah, they're good. These are still a little warm. But I think that these donuts, whenever I think of Halloween, I always think of donuts. Like, what's a classic Halloween treat? A donut on a string, you gotta catch it with your mouth. You remember that game?
No.
Oh, you put a donut on a string and you hang it, and then you gotta like put your arms behind your back and you have to catch it. We should do that.
Pretty legit though.
We know it'd be fun to do like a classic Halloween party where you have like the mulled apple cider, like what we just made last week, and then donuts. These donuts would be fun, and then we've got a couple of other recipes coming up that I think would be great for a Halloween party. But just a vintage old-fashioned Halloween party, I think, would just be where you carve jack-o'-lanterns and tell ghost stories. Yeah, that's my idea of fun. All right. If I could stop eating. All right, so these are delicious. They have a great flavor. Dan approved.
They're really good.
Skeleton approved.
Whoa, skeleton.
Our friend in the yard
Oh.
wanted a donut with his coffee.
Oh.
So I figure it's, he only comes back one time a year. Month of October.
Man, that's why he's all bones. Because he's starving.
Oh! Yeah. Well, donuts are perfect thing to eat. Oh!
Old man joke.
Old man joke. This recipe comes from the Household Searchlight Recipe Book. This is from 1937. So, old recipe for Potato, I can't even talk.
Potato donuts.
Potato donuts, thank you.
You're welcome.
So there you go. Have that. Enjoy. Have fun.
Give it a try. They're good.
So if you like this recipe and you want to see more vintage recipes like this, then please subscribe and hit the like button. Dan and I are always here taste testing vintage recipes, and we hope to see you in the next video.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.